We are jumping up and down, tooting our booties up, doing crazy stuff. But guess what? We still haven't come to the realization that $50,000 is not cheap. Nothing that Dodge just dropped, from Jeep to Dodge to Ram to Chrysler, is cheap. And we all happy and smiling and sniggling and giggling, patting each other on the butt like we just did some great things, and we really didn't, because in all actual reality, we still in the same position. Let's have a conversation. Well, as you know, Stellantis has been on a roll. They've been dropping some good stuff. $50,000 392 Durango RT. They got the electric version Dodge Charger Scat Pack 392 EV. They dropped that down from $80,000 to $90,000 all the way down to $59,000. Even though you can't order one right now. Let me say it again. You cannot order a Dodge Charger EV right now. And I think September 5th, the EV tax cut is gone. So you can't even get that when you get an EV now. So if you're going to get you a Dodge Charger EV, you better get your butt on down to the Dodge and get you one. I don't know why you would get you one. I don't know why you would get you one. But if you're going to get one, you better scooty, ooty, tooty, rooty, toot up your booty and get on down there and get one. Because you won't get that tax cut if you don't hurry up and get one before, I think maybe it's the end of September. I know by the end of September, you better have one and be done already registered and everything, or you can't get that EV cut. And they won't be able to get you that tax cut no more. So I can only imagine if those cars are going to go up an extra $7,000. I don't know how that works. So maybe they'll go from 59 to 66. I don't know how that works. Like I said, hopefully they don't. They already $59,000 for the Dodge Charger EV is outrageous when the inline 6 is $50,000. The EV should be cheaper than the inline 6. If you ask me, it's worse. And we still got problems. It's still breaking down. It's still bricking. It's still doing crazy stuff. But they did drop the prices. You know, they did drop the prices, and they announced a lot of great things like the 392 Jeep Gladiator. They should have been put a 392 motor in that. I don't know what they was thinking or what they was drinking, but they should have been put that motor into that Gladiator. Even though I don't think it would sell that good at a high price at $100,000. I don't know anybody that's gonna buy a mid-sized truck. Let me say it again. I don't know anybody that's gonna buy a mid-sized truck for over $100,000. Because you know for sure if they would have dropped that EV, I mean that 392 Jeep Gladiator, it would have been over $100,000. Because a Jeep, what is it called? I don't know the desert rated Jehovah. I don't know the name of it. I always forget the name of it. Some Java, whatever. I forget the name, but that thing is $70,000. And I ain't talking about like just 70. I'm talking like $74,000, and that's their top ranked Gladiator. And then you got the Rubicon that's coming in a close second at like $68,000. Then you got the so on and so on, down and down. So we know before they announced these new price cuts that those things was going to be expensive, $100,000. So hopefully when they come out with that Gladiator, they can get that price down to around $68,000, $70,000. I prefer $65,000 base 392 would be a great deal. But we know that's not going to happen. But yeah, they coming out with some great things. But the EV, like I said, before we go any further, if you're going to get any electric type of Dodge, Jeep, or Chrysler, or Ram, you gotta get it now. You're not gonna get the tax cut. 4xe Jeeps, you gotta get them now, or you're not gonna be able to get a tax cut. They're not even making those right now. So if you gotta get it, it's gotta be on the lot right now if you want to get one. Like the Charger, any 4xe vehicle, they're not making no new ones right now. So you gotta get the ones that's off the lot. But let's talk about those prices. We are doing all these cheering, happy-go-lucky, acting like Dodge, Stellantis done did some great things for us. They did some cool things, but the prices are still too much. The prices are still outrageous. I was saying $50,000 like $50,000 is cheap. $50,000 is not cheap. $50,000 is money. $50,000 is like an $800, $900 to $1,000 car payment. Now, if you got high interest, you definitely in the $1,200 payment mark. So that's 50,000 ain't cheap. 59,000 for an EV, definitely not cheap. That's already after taxes. You are about 64, 65,000. You know, the Dodge Charger 50,000. I think it's gonna be 50,000. That's still expensive. That's still expensive. I'm talking about the inline 6 Charger. Then you got the 392 Durango running at $50,000. It's gonna be about 55, 56 after taxes. Still a lot of money. The RT, what, 48,000, 55,000 after taxes, maybe a little bit more. Still expensive. So the prices are still expensive. We acting like they not. I don't know. I think they tricked us. They pulled the wool over our head for a second. They got us so excited. They lathered us up. They baby oiled us. Had us all excited, and we forgot about the prices. We said, oh, they cut the prices. And when in actuality, they only cut the prices of the Hellcat like $4,000. That's not, it's still a high price. $79,000 for a Hellcat ain't cheap. That's still $80,000. What we talking about here, man? What are we talking about here? That's still expensive. $80,000 for a Durango is crazy. And that's just for a base. When you get to putting all that cool stuff in it, get the jailbreak, getting to putting all the cool things, you're going to be at 100,000 again. You're going to be at 100,000 before you know it. 80, 90, 100,000. Same thing with any other market. We talking about, when I say 50,000, I'm talking about base price. When you get away from that base and start adding stuff, that thing going to be up in the 60s. Some of them going to be in the 70s. You want everything. You want everything like in this. You want it all. You want the whole kit and caboodle. You want it all. You going to pay. So yeah, man, these prices still crazy. Like Hemi Muscle said, man, big shout out to Hemi Muscle, one of my favorite YouTubers. Big shout out to you. You probably ain't even gonna see this, man, but you one of my favorite YouTubers, man. You be talking some real stuff. I enjoy your repo videos. I really enjoy those when you be talking about buying stuff. And I was proud of you when you got rid of your 300 when you said you would. You really, I know you could afford it, but you just got rid of it because you didn't feel like it was worth keeping. Now, I was proud of you when you did that, man. And big shout out to you. I think you're a great YouTuber, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I think you should have 150,000 followers because you be spending some real knowledge, man. Big shout out to you. And but yeah, you touched a little bit on the prices, and I figure I'd touch a little bit more on the prices, man. I just like you said, Hemi Muscle, like you said, $50,000 that's not cheap. And I was saying it like it was cheap. I'm mad at myself because I was saying it like it was cheap. $50,000 ain't cheap. What is we talking about here? That's a lot of money for a brand new vehicle. On top of the interest rates, they ain't dropped the interest rates yet. Man, that's a lot of money, man. We got to snap back into reality, though. What Dodge needs to do, listen to me, what Dodge, Stellantis, Jeep, Chrysler, Ram, they need to do, they need to bring power dollars back. Bring back power dollars. We need the power dollars. Now, those power dollars will be big old help. For a Hellcat, that's going to knock out, what, $7,100? That's going to knock off $7,100 for a Hellcat. Durango, that's going to knock off, what, $4,700 for a 392. What's the, what a Hemi got, 370? I think 370 for the Hemi. 3,700. And if you're doing power dollars for the inline 6, 5,500. That's a nice little chunk of change knocking off that expensive payment. That could help a lot. We need them power dollars back. We need them dollars back, man. We need them power dollars back. Get the power dollars back so we can have a little bit of power when we go to negotiate one of these vehicles, you know? I would love to go buy me another Hellcat and get $7,100 off of it, you know, from the power dollars. But that's what I feel. I feel if they bring the power dollars back, they can justify the prices a little bit more. That would be, if they bring power dollars back, that means they really care about us, y'all. If they bring the power dollars back, they really do care about their loyal customers. So we're going to see if they're going to bring back those power dollars. I highly doubt it. They didn't want to give us a discount as it is. Let's be honest, man. They only gave us a discount because nobody buying their stuff, man. If we would have been buying that stuff, they would have kept that stuff high price. It's still high price. They ain't really dropped the prices. They had to drop the prices on the EV Charger. No, nobody buying that garbage, that bull crap. But nobody buying that trash. So of course they're gonna drop the price on it. Ain't nobody buying it. But in the inline 6, they know they couldn't make that no high price vehicle, because if you want to be all the way real, you want to be all the way real, if they would have made that inline 6 high price, who gonna buy it? Who was gonna buy it? Who was gonna pay $70,000, $80,000 for an inline 6? I don't think anybody was gonna be that foolish. I don't think anybody was gonna be that foolish to make that move. So they had to drop the price on that as well. Let's not be crazy. They had to drop the price on it. All of the vehicles, 392s. Nobody was buying a 392 Durango. It was sitting on the lot. Who paid $90,000 for a 392? Because that's how much a 392 Durangos was running, like $88,000, $90,000, probably a little bit more. Hellcat's $107,000, $110,000 for a Hellcat. Nobody was buying that overpriced stuff. So yeah, they dropped the price. They didn't drop it for us. They dropped the price because they couldn't sell nothing. Let's be honest. Come on now. Just like the Ford Mustang, it's not selling like it usually sells because they upped the price a little bit. They're going to have to drop the price on the Mustang, but that'd be for another video. But so don't think for 1 second that Stellantis is doing this for us. They're doing it for themselves. They bring the Hemi back for us. They bring the Hemi back because wasn't nobody buying that inline 6. Wasn't nobody buying that garbage that was breaking down. That's why they bring the Hemi back. They need to make some sales, and they know we were going to come back if they bring the Hemi back. They knew they made a mistake. So, no, the prices need to still go down, in my opinion. Yeah, the prices dropped. Thanks for dropping the prices. But when I really look at it, they still overpriced. We need power dollars. Believe me, we need power dollars. Meet me in the comments. Do we need power dollars back? Should Stellantis bring power dollars back? Let me know in the comments. Say yes or no to power dollars. But with that being said, I just wanted to bring y'all a video to talk about these prices. Because as you know, I am a die-hard Moparian. Look at that TRX. Ooh, I had one of those. I had a white one. Y'all know I had one. I just wanted to say it. I just wanted to say it to remember, to get the memories. But like I said, these things are super expensive. I can't even talk. They super expensive. And I just wanted to touch bases with y'all, man, and so we can talk about it. Maybe a little red, but quick. So we can touch bases and see if we all on the same page. Because I'm not going to buy the inline 6. I'm not going to pay that money. I'm not going to buy it. Hey, you already paid that money for a Hellcat. Of course you're not going to pay that money for the inline 6. I wasn't going to get the inline 6 anyway. I ain't going to get any of them unless they put a Hellcat motor in it. I ain't getting none of it. The Durango, I already got a Hellcat Durango. Why would I get a jailbreak? Anything that you can do with the jailbreak, I can do myself for much, much, much cheaper. Minus the interior. You can change the color in the interior, but why would I change the color of the interior? I got blood red. That's the only interior color I like. I don't want the blue. I don't want the white. I don't want the gray. I don't want any of those other color combinations. So I'm not really tripping on that. But meet me in the comments and let me know if you agree with me when I make the assessment of bringing the power dollars back, and these vehicles are still a little bit overpriced. If you agree with me about the vehicles being still overpriced, because they are still overpriced. $50,000 anything is a lot of money. It's, at the end of the day, $40,000 is a lot. 30, but 50, that's up there. That's a lot of money for a vehicle. That Porsche right there, that's probably, I don't know, that's probably about an $80,000 vehicle. It's nice though. It's nice. But guess what you get with that Porsche that you don't get with Dodge? You get real luxury with that Porsche. You get real performance. You don't just get speed. You get the cornering, the curve. That SUV will perform much better than this SUV. And this SUV is definitely faster than that SUV. But this SUV will not perform as well as that one. That one's going to give you turns, acceleration good, great stopping. It's got everything this vehicle got, but more. And it's worth the money because inside the luxury, the up-to-date technology is much better. So I can see myself paying $80,000 for the Porsche versus paying that money for the Hellcat. I'm just a Moparian and I'm stupid. And I paid this money for this when I could have easily got one of those with a little less horsepower, but still looks just as good and with a little tune, just as fast. But with that being said, I got to slide on out of here. I got to go make some, drop off some packages at UPS. Find me a good parking spot up front. And I'm going to hit y'all up later, man. We know we're going to drop 2 videos tonight. Y'all stay tuned. Make sure you meet me in the comments. You like, comment, and share. Please like, comment, and share. Come on now. You know I should have 100,000 followers. I'm one of the greatest, if not the greatest car guy out there. I said it. I'm willing to say it. I put my content up against anybody's content. Content for content, I know I'm up there. I know I'm up there. It wasn't really your turn to go, homeboy, but we're going to let you go. But I know I'm up there. But yeah, meet me in the comments and let me know what y'all think about what I said today. And please like, comment, and subscribe and share the video. We out of here. Big werewolf status. Peace.